Here's the field. Number 1, She's Lookin' Lucky is owned by Richard Dunn. 10 Strike Racing, Gary Barber, Jeremy Sussman, and Todd Munkin. Matt Shire trains. Christian Torres up. Two, Grand Love is owned by Three Chimneys Farm, LLC. Steve Asmussen trains. Tyler Gaffleone up. Number 3 is Towhead, racing for Pura Vida Investments, LLC. Cindy Hudson and Brad Setzer. Mike Maker trains. Isaac Castillo, the jockey. Number 4 is owner Richard Body's Taxed, trained by Randy Morse. Rafael Bejarano up. Five, Take Charge Brianna is owned by Willis Horton Racing, LLC, conditioned by D. Wayne Lucas and the jockey, Ray Gutierrez. 6, Wet Paint in the colors of Godolphin, LLC, from the Brad Cox stable, Flavian Pratt, the jockey. 7, Pate is owned by Agave Racing Stable and Living the Dream Stables, LLC. Mike Maker trains. Florent Giroux in the irons. 8 is Breffney Farms Royal Spa, trained by Rudolph Brissett with Ricardo Santana Jr. 9, Olivia Twist races for Brad King. Randy Andrews, Chris G. Coleman, Jim Cohn, Suzanne Kirby, and Lee Lewis. Todd Fincher, the trainer. David Cabrera up. Rounding out the field, number 10, Condensation, owned by Pravan Patel, trained by Chris Hartman, and ridden by Francisco Arrieta. And they're off. In the fantasy, Condensation gunning hard for the lead from the outside. Right on the inside, Grand Love. Olivia Twist was away sharply. Inside of her is Taxed. And then right to the inside, Towhead is racing in 5th. Pate is following in 6th. Royal Spa is next and followed 2.5 lengths back. She's Looking Lucky on the inside is alongside Royal Spa. Then 2 lengths back, and it's Take Charge Brianna. And Wet Paint is trailing the field. 3/4 to go. Wet Paint is 11 or 12 lengths off the lead. A solitary trailer as Grand Love leads the way up the backstretch 1.5 lengths. And Condensation has been relegated to sitting outside now in 2nd, and Towhead on the inside 3rd. From between horses, it's Taxed. The gray filly, she's racing in 4th ahead. Olivia Twist is outside of her 1.5 lengths. Then She's Looking Lucky is at the rail in the maroon sleeves. She has some fillies to get by. Pate and Royal Spa are outside of her and going on by. Royal Spa in the pink cap is starting to move to mid-pack with Pate, and then 1.5 lengths to Wet Paint. And she's starting to gain to mid-pack from the outside with just minimal urging. And then the back two are Take Charge Brianna, and now She's Looking Lucky has dropped back all the way back to trail it. They swing for home. And Wet Paint is looming on the extreme outside here. Olivia Twist is running a big one. Grand Love on the inside and Condensation. And Wet Paint from last has swept by in mid-stretch in the fantasy. Wet Paint is drawing clear. Taxed is moving on by Olivia Twist into 2nd. Wet Paint has swept the 3-year-old filly series here, and she's on to the Kentucky Oaks. She wins it with daylight to spare from Taxed, Olivia Twist, and Condensation. Wet Paint steps into the winner's circle under jockey Flavian Pratt with a riding double today, and 2 stakes wins for the Brad Cox stable on the card this afternoon. Wet Paint, bred and owned by Godolphin LLC, is a Kentucky-bred daughter of Blame from the street cry mare Sky Painter. Wet Paint now with 4 wins in 6 tries. And 3 for 3 here at Oaklawn Park, having previously won the Martha Washington and the Grade 3 Honeybee. She completes the mile and a 16th this afternoon in 1 minute 44.08 seconds. And we congratulate the winning team, connected to now multiple graded winner, Wet Paint. Receiving the trophy from Stacy Worley, making the presentation for today's fantasy.
Here with winning jockey Flavian Pratt, a super confident ride in today's fantasy. I should have brought a broom because she swept the 3-year-old filly series at Oaklawn, just the second horse in history to do so. Now, her 3 prior wins had come over a wet track. How did she handle the surface today?
Really well. She, obviously it was a question mark, but Brad told me before the race that she was training really well on a good track as well, so we were confident that she would run a good race.
Well, it was a good race. That is a major understatement. She earns another 100 points towards the Kentucky Oaks. You certainly have a very live shot come that Friday.
Yeah, obviously she's been improving race after race, and the big race is coming, so we're excited.
Congratulations, Wet Paint sweeping the 3-year-old filly series here at Oaklawn, wearing the silks of Godolphin.